The FRCR exam is such a seminal moment in the career of a trainee clinical oncologist. It seems a huge hurdle at the time when you're doing it, but having sort of got through, it's a fantastic achievement, and it's such a high quality benchmark to have that, that it's fantastic to actually be part of it.
I decided relatively shortly after being a consultant that I wanted to give something back to the college which had helped me while a trainee.
When the letter of acceptance to be an examiner dropped on my doormat, I can honestly say that it was one of the most satisfying days in my professional career.
I was simply overjoyed when I got the invitation to be FRCR Part 1 examiner.
I think we often forget whilst trainees quite what's involved behind the scenes in trying to run an examination network. And I wanted to try and understand that process, and also felt as though I had something to add to it.
Sitting on one of the exam committees is a great opportunity for meeting radiologists from other parts of the country and from other specialities you might not normally meet in your day-to-day practice.
We have a lovely group of people on the panel, and we've got to know each other well. There's a real sense of team working on the panel. We support each other and we have fun.
I've really enjoyed meeting a group of like-minded consultant examiners from all different parts of the UK and all different walks of radiological life. They're a fantastically cohesive group.
Perhaps uniquely on the physics committee we also have medical physicists, and they can give a separate yet still professional view on training of radiologists and many other radiological matters.
There's no great distinction between physics and clinical. It's a really nice sort of mix of people who get on very well together, and it's a good relationship. I enjoy it.
The anatomy committee is great fun. We're enormously well supported by the college.
It's given me a lot of opportunities within the RCR to network. I've got to know a lot of the RCR officers and administrative staff, and that in itself has been very useful, both in terms of furthering my own professional career, but also in learning new perspectives on running colleges and wider aspects of medicine and professional standards.
One of the great advantages of being an examiner is to be able to work with very senior colleagues from around the country and exchange ideas. It is a perfect opportunity to network and ask questions about different projects that are ongoing, about the exam process, about the Royal College, about the entire interrelated oncological world, because we are not a very big faculty, and when we all get together we have a very fertile ground of exchanging ideas.
It doesn't require you to know everything about every single tumour site because you have colleagues who can contribute that, but it's really good to have representation from clinical oncology consultants across the UK, which reflects the differences in practice.
I feel that the knowledge that I've acquired through being an examiner has made me not just a better radiologist, but it has also made me better at teaching and training junior radiologists in my own training scheme.
I also have a role as a head of training, and being on the examinations committee helps you contextualise where exams fit within the entire structure of training. It's truly a bi-directional kind of approach.
It's a great experience to see how clinicians view sort of the world, particularly in terms of examinations and needing to know other sort of disciplines like physics. Because I work a lot with clinicians, I sort of have a general idea of how they view the physics and other non-clinical sort of related areas. But it's great to be involved in the process where you can help with sort of teaching and learning and disseminate the information that makes their job so varied, and that they need to know these details for different aspects of their work. And it's really rewarding actually. Since
being on the physics committee, I suppose it's fair to say that my knowledge of physics now is much better than when I took the exam. I think that's clearly useful for myself as an individual radiologist, but also to be able to explain the importance of the examination structure and the importance of the exams to the trainees.
At this level we all work together as a group as opposed to individuals with different disciplines. It's all very multidisciplinary.
Being involved as a Royal College examiner helps to deepen understanding of the FRCR exam, the curriculum and what goes on behind the scenes to enable the exam to take place. We get involved in aspects of medical assessment such as question writing, editing and standard setting.
We all work hard on the questions. It's a very big time commitment, but it's more than repaid, I think, in what we get out of it, with sort of being able to contribute really to, the quality of clinical oncology as a career.
There's no doubt that sitting on one of the examining panels is a great form of continuing professional development. You learn an enormous amount, even though you thought you knew quite a lot before you came in. And it's most useful at keeping you up to date in areas that you might have become a little bit behind in, or areas where you don't normally work. And we get very good numbers of CPD points for taking part.
It's an enormously educational experience. The role involves writing, reviewing and editing questions, which requires you to look things up constantly and refresh your knowledge.
It's such a high sort of benchmark with international reach and representation. We get a lot of overseas candidates, and that's quite nice to see. And you really feel it stands for something, so to be part of something like that for the college is really good.
Being a college examiner has been one of the most rewarding, educational and fulfilling experiences of my consultant career to date. I would highly recommend it to any radiologist.
It is one of the most professionally fulfilling things that I've actually done in my career.